Hello and welcome to Reality TV Cringe. I'm Delia, one of your co-hosts, and I'm here with my real tight homegirl and my daughter-in-law, the illustrious, the luminescent, the bioluminescent Beatrice.
Hi.
We are here to talk Sister Wives hoodie. We had such a boring episode.
But also
and
aggravating.
Also aggravating. Like, I walked away from the episode in an apoplectic rage. And then, of course, you come over and I'm just going crazy because I hate them so much. I hate Cody. I hate Robin. And I'm going to save it for the pod. We do have to issue a disclaimer. Please hide your wife and hide your kids. This is a politically incorrect podcast, which simply means we're stupid.
Objectively.
We say dumb things.
Yeah, very.
We use a lot of bad words. We're trying to get better with that. I'm trying to get better with that. But essentially, don't take anything seriously. So if you're sensitive,
go away. This is not the podcast for you.
You might want to find yourself another dumpster.
Bye.
But if you're ready to talk and also paint eggplants,
oh my God.
welcome to this dumpster.
And if you want to keep up with us, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Reality TV Cringe and join us on Patreon, patreon.com/realitytvcringe. The VIP dumpster is lit for the entire month of October. We're doing like a raccoon book club with Christine Brown Woolley's book entitled Sister Wife. And it's really fun over there. So be sure to join us.
Yes, we would love to have you. If you're watching on YouTube, please do not forget to like and comment and share and subscribe and hype us up. Hype your girls up. I think it's supposed to help. I don't know. All I know is anything you do really does help us in the algorithm. Yeah. And that helps us to grow. And when we're growing, we're getting fatter. And when we're fatter, we are PHATTE, or fatter.
More beautiful as well.
We're better. So thank you in advance.
Thanks.
Now, I also want to let everybody know we've got an after show after this recap because like a lot of different things were released last week. And I think this weekend we've got some stuff from Maddie.
Yeah.
Some stories that she put up on her Instagram in which she was very frank about her feelings about Robin Brown and some other things. So we're going to go over that. And there was also some stuff from Olivia Plath talking about Veronica and some other things. And just like a couple of items of gossip.
Yeah, some comments we want to read.
Yeah, some of your comments.
Yeah.
Just little discussions. So you have to be a patron, though, in order to enjoy our after show. And again, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/realitytvcringe. And it's only $5. We have a lot of fun. We'd love to see you there.
Thanks.
Okay. I have to ask you, what were... not some of your thoughts. What was one thought that you had about this episode of Sister Wives?
Oh my God. I mean, I just don't understand why we have to have a bunch of middle-aged women laughing and giggling about eggplant emojis and peach emojis. I'm just like cringing so hard. Not even about like their age or anything, but I'm just like, stop talking about it. Like, stop talking about the sexual emojis. Like, ew.
Well, we did like that one girl, Haley or Harley or whatever her name was, double E at the end.
Yeah.
And her skin strip.
That was
for
nice.
Cody's head with an eggplant. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what we're doing here in terms of production, why we are churning out this particular content. I found it to be extremely fucking boring.
So
the best part for me was like seeing what Cody and Robin were actually up to, even though it made me angry.
Yeah.
Like seeing them actually move into their home and how gleeful.
Yes.
How jubilant they were and how they're considering it such a blessing. And they've manifested this. No, bitch.
Fuck
you
you.
Stole this.
Yep.
You took this. We can see all of the art. We can see the statuaries. We can see the gemstones. We can see all of your assets, Cody. And you took these from not just your wives, but your children too. And it was just obnoxious and opulent.
Demonic.
And I was just really upset. Like, I don't want to see all of these people on our planet continue to prosper.
I know.
These people who have done wicked to other people, why are they prospering? I don't get it.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
At all.
This money should be distributed throughout the family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I got so mad.
I did too.
So that was my thought and my takeaway. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into season 20,
Good Lord.
episode 3, entitled
All About Eggplants. Which I'm just like, that's not even the highlight of this episode. It was like a little snippet of like the sipping wine, whatever, painting with Mary and her friends. And then the rest of it was just Cody and Robin
For
like
what?
moving in.
Why?
I don't know, girl.
What is the reason?
I
like, I
don't
need
know.
an underlying premise that production would want to make the trip to godforsaken Parowan, Utah, bitch.
I know.
And film an entire night with these women. I don't even know who they are except for Mary and Jen. And
For
have
real?
them paint eggplants. What? Because we're talking about Mary's sexuality. We're like talking
Barely.
about Mary dating somebody. I just
don't get it.
I was so bored.
It was so boring.
I was so bored.
It was so boring. And then we start the episode with a continuation from last week where we're driving through the really scary Nebraskan thunderstorm and Tony McKelty's windshield gets totally ate up by the hail. I get it. That's fine. That's scary. Whatever. But like, I also don't care about that.
Why are they on my television?
I don't know.
Why am I seeing them still?
I don't know. Why do we have to
care
talk about
them.
it?
I thought I registered my complaint with the management. I don't care about these people.
I know.
I also want to know how they afford this house in North Carolina when so many of us Americans are struggling out here. But Tony and McKelty can just move into this beautiful house. He doesn't even have a real job. He's got a part-time job. I know I'm getting crazy.
He's got a chess career.
It's a part-time job so that he can watch his kids. He's a stay-at-home dad who's depending on McKelty and her fame through this show to subsidize his dumb career.
Yep. It's her stupid Patreon that she charges people money for to give them nothing.
Well,
like to no tea or, I mean, I'm sure there's like little nuggets here and there because that's how the Brown family always is. They'll drop like little pebbles, little crumbs to keep you coming, but it's nothing of notice.
Value, substance, like, transformative.
Why can't we have 50,000 patrons?
Like
McKelty.
We should. We give so much content on our Patreon. We have so much fun.
I know.
We do not censor ourselves at all. But I don't know. I guess we're just lowly raccoons in a dumpster. The only thing I can say about McKelty is that she's gorgeous.
I guess.
Now, I don't know if the lights are on or anything like that, but she's beautiful. She's got a wonderful head of hair.
Yes.
I could not care less, bitch, about these people.
I literally don't care. And like, that's cool. You're moving to North Carolina. But like, we could have done this in one episode. It didn't need to be spread out across 2 different ones because it's really just like driving through the big scary storm in Nebraska. Their windshield gets fucked up, but they're fine, which I'm glad about. And David's like bummed that he didn't get to be in the storm because he wanted to be a storm chaser. Nobody cares.
Filler content.
Nobody cares.
This has been a filler season so far.
And then like we get to North Carolina. Tony and McKelty are moving into their house, which is very nice. And that's great. They're very happy to be in the chess capital of the world for Tony's chess career. And then we have like some scenes with the family. We hear that Maddie's pregnant again. Cool. I also don't care.
Well, I thought it was kind of wonderful that her due date coincides with Garrison's passing date. Yes. And so it's sort of a symbolic thing that allows the family to remember. But yeah.
Other than that, it's like
scene.
Done. And then we have McKelty and Christine like hugging in her kitchen. And Christine's like, I'm going to go cry in the bathroom. And that's it. Like, why did we need to film this for the first 20 minutes of the episode?
Because there's nothing else to film. And I think maybe production is trying to take the temperature on whether we are actually interested on what these people are doing in their mundane, very boring lives. Yeah. And the early answer is no.
No.
We're not interested, not at all. Especially if you're going to take us to North Carolina to Tony and McKelty.
Well, and like if you're going to film your boring lives, at least talk some shit about Cody and Robin. Like give us your thoughts about them moving into a $2.1 million mansion. Like that would be so much better.
Like, oh my God.
I just don't understand.
When Christine is talking about Cody and Robin moving into the new house and how she can actually totally understand because so many sad things happened at the McMansion. I'm just thinking, what about the money though? What about the assets? Why don't you comment on the thing that everybody is actually commenting out here in the audience that we really care about? Like talk about how they stole this money allegedly.
I mean, really.
Talk about the LLC that they siphoned money from.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the down payment that was contributed to by Janelle and Mary. Why isn't anybody talking about the real issues? We're just supposed to hear Christine sitting there all orange talking about, yeah, I totally get it. I don't care.
No, you don't get it. I mean, to play devil's advocate with Christine, like if she's suing Cody at this point, maybe she wants to be careful with what she says on TV, I guess. But like, why aren't we hearing about it from any of the kids or Janelle or Mary? Nobody's talking about anything of importance.
The closest we got was Caleb saying, oh, but Cody likes to be fair.
That's it.
That was it. That was the most shady thing that anybody has said. Nobody's talking about the thing that's sitting right in front of all of us.
Again, it's a Brown family little nugget, a little turd, a little rat
tired
turd.
of it, dude. I'm so tired of it.
I know, I'm over it. And then after we get Tony McKelty moved out to North Carolina, we see the family and everything. Then we go over to Mary's haunted B&B where she has a girls' night and everybody gets kind of drunk a little bit and paints naughty emojis.
And here again, we learn that Mary's looking for somebody who's 6 feet tall and confident and who can support her in every aspect of her life. And I'm snoring.
I mean, so
and
boring.
I'm bored.
So boring. Like, if we're going to talk about, like, eggplants and stuff and we're going to, like, make fun of Cody, I'm cool with that if everybody's, like, painting, like, really small, disproportionate eggplants.
Noodle with...
Like, that would be great. But no, we have Mary, like, painting an actual eggplant and being like, dinner time! Haha, I'm so quirky and funny.
Well, she did make one throwaway comment when she said, like, the one eggplant I tried I didn't like or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she's referring to Cody.
Elaborate, though.
Which caused me to come into the reality that Mary has only ever slept with Cody Brown.
Disgusting.
And if you've read Christine Brown Woolley's book, which talks about her honeymoon night and her subsequent years of sex with that dud and drip Cody Brown, I can only imagine the kind of sexual history that Mary has had with that particular eggplant.
Yes.
It's abysmal.
Unfortunate. I mean, if Christine's story was bad, I'm sure Mary's was just as bad.
Maybe.
Especially on her wedding night and everything.
Well, if Mary could find somebody who could bang her back out, maybe she'd like be less uptight and less of a shield for these two demonic people that for some reason she just won't come out and call out.
I've been thinking that, like, she really just needs to get her back blown out and then maybe she'll start spilling some tea, because I think that's kind of what Christine did, like, after she met David and realized, like, oh, it can actually be good and lovely. Now she's willing to spill some tea, but even then it's not enough. It's very lukewarm
tea.
And then after the stupid, like, friends painting thing, then we bop on over to Cody and Robin. This is like the bulk of the episode where they're packing up their McMansion. Because, you know, last week we were made to believe that they were just deciding that they were going to move and that they were going to go look for houses and everything. Now, we've already found our dream home. We have a realtor. We already have an offer on this house. Actually, all cash offer, by the way, which I'm like, fuck y'all. I hate y'all so fucking
just under
much.
Asking.
Oh, it makes me so mad.
But they could not finance the new house without getting rid of their old house because they don't have that kind of lending ability, nor could they just buy this house outright. And when you think about it, friends, you've been on this show for 20 seasons. You've been stealing for the majority of that time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You don't have like the liquidity to just pick up the house that you want. You still have to finance that shit, and it's contingent on the sale of your current house. Yes. I found that interesting.
That was very interesting. They also mentioned that this house that was their dream home was too expensive. They had been eyeing it for a little while, and then they lowered the price, and that was when they swooped in and they were able to finance it or put in an offer. Cody also mentions outright that he wasn't interested in selling Coyote Pass until him and Robin started house hunting and found their dream home. Then he was willing to sell Coyote Pass because he needed to get it off his record and everything, get rid of it so that way
free
he could
up
actually
his lending ability,
finance the new house. So I'm like, okay, screw you again, because you were holding that over Janelle and Mary's head for years, and Christine's head, really. And now, because it will benefit you and Robin, you're willing to sell it and divide it up equally.
So sidebar, just when you look at the pattern of what Cody does, just since we've been watching, he tends to move every handful of years. So we pick up with the Browns, and they're fleeing Utah because they're afraid they're going to get arrested. They move to Vegas. They ultimately acquire the cul-de-sac homes, but then they have to move like 5 or 7 years later. They move to Flagstaff, and of course we learn it's because Dayton ended up being accepted into a university in North Arizona. And so then they've lived in that McMansion for about 5 to 7 years. And here we go again, selling this house and getting a new house. And so when we go back through the Rolodex and we remember that it has been said that they like to get non-conventional loans and financing, probably because they can't swing traditional financing. They tend to get balloon loans where it's interest only. So you only pay interest for the first 5 or 7 years or whatever it is. And then the principal comes due and you have to pay it off or refinance it or do whatever you have to do. But they can never manage to do that. So then they move entirely. And so this is the third time they're moving with that pattern. So I'm actually wondering if the McMansion was coming due, like if they were only paying interest on the McMansion this entire time, irrespective of the fact that Mary and Janelle contributed hundreds of thousands of dollars to that down payment. And now it's coming due. And so they're moving into a new home. And I wonder about the structure of that loan as well. And keep in mind that Nikki Haverstock said that she had been in contact with somebody in real estate who said that the McMansion was leveraged to the hilt, meaning there were loans taken out against the equity, loans plural, not just one. So by the time they sell it, even though they get a whole cash offer, by the time they sell it, they're going to have to pay off all of those loans against the equity. And they've got essentially nothing except whatever was in the trust, that $400,000 that, in my opinion, they somehow siphoned from the LLC. So these people are not liquid. They're not able to just buy a home, buy property with cash or anything. Like, it's not going to take a lot for the winds of change to blow through that house in Flagstaff and for the entire house of cards to come down.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I know we're going to talk about it in the after show. Somebody left a comment. Was it on our Patreon?
Yeah, I think so.
About how much he's getting paid for special forces. Remind me to talk about that because that does factor into maybe why he took it.
Oh,
because
for sure.
if they don't have a lot of liquid money, like that they can just draw and pay for shit, he would need to sell Coyote Pass. They would need to take that. How much did they make? $500,000?
Something like that.
They would need to do that to renovate that house. Because that house is booty,
girl.
But now I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
But let's just keep that in mind in terms of how they continue to acquire their homes.
Oh, definitely. I mean, everything is financed to the nine. So, like, they're screwed regardless with all of their payments and stuff. I don't even know how they, like, manage to do all their payments. Because you have Cody driving a fucking Mercedes.
Convertible Mercedes.
And then he's got that big old truck. And then allegedly they also bought Robin's kids' cars, and so
Robin's got her own vehicle.
Yeah, and those are definitely all financed. There's no way any of those were paid cash. Maybe they were, I don't know. But like with all of the money that they're like moving around and funneling around with that trust that they used for the down payment, I guess, on this house, and then whatever they got from Coyote Pass, like there's no way they have anything saved. And even if they did, like even if they had money in an account or whatever, I feel like they're the kinds of people that just spend it. I mean, obviously with Robin, $60,000 of American Girl dolls on Etsy, like they don't have financial literacy. Like they're just in so much debt. I wonder how much debt they're actually in. Like it would be so great if Caleb Hammer on Financial Audit could have them on the show, because I think they pay people to be on that show. It'd be so awesome if Cody and Robin were on there and they're like, yeah, we make all this money, but they're like millions of dollars in debt.
Well, like even if they had $100,000 saved, when you're playing with prices and assets that are in excess of $2 million, and all those cars and everything it takes to insure them and all the other things that they mass acquire, like $100,000 isn't going to cover maybe 5 months of your mortgage. So I'm really curious to see what's going on. And, you know, this season so far is kind of a dud.
Yeah.
It's pretty lackluster. I'm bored. I'm like, what are we going to do in a season 21? Keep me on the hook.
Yeah.
Keep me interested. Like, what storyline exists that's going to keep me riveted in this dumpster? I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing
And I
it.
went back to the ratings because I discussed this last week. And there was some sort of AI generated whatever that said 2 million people watched the first episode of season 20. But then I looked deeper and that doesn't seem to be true. In fact, it looks like the first episode got about 850,000 viewers, which is a lot less. And then when you reconcile that with the numbers that they were getting last season, it's actually lower than some of the episodes towards the end of season 19. So I actually think, I'm going to correct what I said last week. I actually think that there's been quite an adjustment. Now, when you compare that again to The Valley and some of these Bravo shows, which are only pulling in 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 views a week, yes, it's more, but you're still seeing a decline in people who are fucking interested in this bullshit. If you want to keep me invested in your show, then start telling the truth about shit, which is why I get so mad when Janelle is so tight-lipped and Mary is so tight-lipped. And Christine, you have a perfect opportunity to give your opinion about the new house and the one thing that we're all wondering, like, where did the money come from? And you won't talk about it. I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of it. And then he uses the word opulence.
Oh my God, that
like
pissed me off so much.
We deserve the opulence.
Oh
and
my
God
God
has blessed us and we've manifested. Come, kids, let's
fucked.
pray in gratitude for all of our blessings.
Get fucked. Well, and like what pissed me off the most about all of this is like nobody's thinking about the rest of the 1 million children that they all have. I mean, like I know the moms and stuff are or whatever, but like Cody, you have all this wealth. You have this big fucking house that is totally debt financed. Like you are totally like just using this as an image or like as your image when you're actually probably broke as shit. I hope you are. I know it's so terrible, but like I fucking hope so because they're terrible people. And you're not thinking about all of your other children. What assets do you have to pass down to any of your other children? Like, do you even care? You're only passing it down to Robin and her kids because that's all you care about. But you brought in all of these other children into the world. You probably have no trust fund set up for any of them, any retirement plan set up for them. You probably have nothing because you don't care.
He doesn't have his own retirement plan.
No, probably
and also
not.
He's 10 years older than Robin. He's probably going to pass before her because men tend to do that anyway. So she's going to be the prime benefactor of all of that wealth. Do you think she's going to redistribute that among the kids, his biological children? Or do you think she's going to hoard that and have that funneled into her biological kids? Because I think it's going to be the latter.
Yeah.
And as a sidebar, that actually happened to me. My mother's father worked for Standard Oil in El Segundo, California. That man had a stock portfolio by the time he passed that was worth many hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, he had acquired a second wife after my grandmother passed. A much younger chippy. She seemed to be a nice woman. And she reassured me after my grandfather passed. She reassured my mother and her brother, like, look, I am living off the interest only. I'm never touching the principal of this. And when I pass, this is going to be distributed to all the children, including my 5 biological children that I had with another man predating, your grandfather having all of his kids. But nonetheless, everybody's going to get a piece of the pie. Well, what do you think happened when my step-grandmother passed? All of my grandfather's money went to her biological children. My uncle didn't get it. My mother was already passed. My other uncle didn't get any of it. She took it all. And that's what Robin's going to do too.
Definitely.
And that money that belongs to the entire family. It belongs to Christine, Mary, and Janelle just as much, if not more, because they were there longer than Robin. And this is what just pisses me the F off. I'm sorry. I know I'm going crazy tonight.
No, I mean,
I'm going crazy.
It's so fucking aggravating. It's like what I was saying last week with Coyote Pass. Like, it's annoying that like Mary and Janelle didn't fight for, no, we're going to split up the parcels 33% each because there's 3 groups of people, not 4. Like, I understand like the argument, like maybe Robin's entitled to it, whatever. But like, no, like Robin and Cody are sharing all of the assets. They've also stolen so much fucking money.
In our opinion,
from
allegedly.
all of these other women. So like, Is Robin entitled to 25%? Fuck no, not in my opinion. I think Cody and Robin should have gotten 33%. Janelle and Mary should have gotten 33% each. That would have been more fair. Janelle and Mary would have gotten more money too if they actually did the math and everything. But they're so like
greedy, sinful, wicked.
Well, I was gonna say Janelle and Mary.
Oh, sorry.
Like I think Janelle and Mary are so like complacent, and they have been for so many years. I don't know if that's the right word, but like they just lay down and take it. They're like, whatever, just give me my 25%. Like I'm not gonna fight it
because they literally have no rights. It's
so
literally
annoying.
Legally not necessarily theirs. Like they actually walked away with more than they were legally entitled to because Cody and Robin agreed to give them their fair share.
And this is why polygamy is not fair to women at all, because this is the kind of shit that happens, and Robin gets all of the fucking money. And like if Cody does pass before her, like I don't even know what he would leave her, really. I don't know how much money they even have. Maybe they were kind of smart and they did siphon a lot of money over into some kind of Roth IRA that's compounding some interest, and they got some money, but I doubt
She's buying American Girl doll clothes, not dolls. She already got those. She's probably buying those too, but clothes to the tune of $60,000 in 1 year. We've seen her Dickensian village. We've seen all of the tragic artwork and the glass sculptures. We've seen what they are actually spending their money on. And you're absolutely right. As soon as they have any money, it's passing right through them. They're buying shit with it. Like consumer,
I hate it.
fucking brainwashed, brain dead, brain rot. I mean, if there is a purge, I never want to see a purge. But if there's a purge, it's like assholes who hoard wealth like that.
Oh yeah.
Especially performative assholes who, this is all smoke and mirrors. It's not even real. And you're walking over your children and your ex-wives to get this wealth. You're the first to go in the purge.
100.
You better invest in having some sort of like protective
security
shield because they're coming to your door.
100%.
I'm coming to your door.
We're
seriously coming to your door.
We know your new address now because I'm like, oh my god.
No, we're not. This is just a joke, of course.
Of course, it's all a joke.
But they're hateful.
Oh my god,
they're awful people,
evil.
And they're gloating in this episode.
They are gloating,
the way they're
like peacocks,
smiling and talking about opulence, and they love that Christine and Mary and Janelle. Mary, who's living in a haunted B&B that I would never want to live in.
I know.
They know that these women and those children are watching this, and that those children especially are like, oh man, look at how they're living. And I'm out here as a millennial just struggling, trying to have a job, trying to have a kid. I can't even have a kid. I can't even go to fucking school. I still have student loans.
Yep. And Robin's kids are going to grow up so fucking spoiled. I mean, they already are. They're so fucking spoiled. I'm sorry, but like none of those kids. And like I can't blame them entirely because Cody and Robin are their parents and stuff. Like these kids don't really know any better. But like you have fucking Ariella when they go into the new house. She's like, oh my god, this house is going to be so great. Like we have so much more room and more space. Like we were so cramped in our big
but
McMansion.
She's a baby.
I know,
and she's
but
also
it's like,
parroting what her mom told her in order to inspire her to want to move in the first place.
That's what's frustrating. Like
it's Brianna and Aurora that are truly entitled.
Well, and they're gonna suck off the teats of Robin and Cody until they go
take as much as they can get, and they're gonna tap dance while they do it, and Robin's going to let them.
Yeah, of course, because that's what she wants.
Diseased.
It's so gross.
It's so fucking awful.
Can we talk about that house too? Because we get into the new house, which is kind of cool that we did get to see the entire new house, like before all of Robin's bullshit gets moved in. But like that house, look. This is my disclaimer. I grew up hella fucking poor. She did too. But I grew up like in a trailer next to a meth lab that exploded. Like look, when I saw houses like this as a kid, I'm like, oh my god, that's the dream. Like I thought it would be so cool. But I'm looking at this mansion and this is booty.
On the inside.
It's
the
booty
property
on the inside
itself is
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yes.
And like the facade of the house and the way that it's laid out is wonderful. But the inside of the house is straight out of 1996 McMansion or whatever.
It's
like
awful.
The trimming, the wood floors. It's all very dated. That
Yep.
kitchen was way more dated than the kitchen that they have in the original McMansion. It's just the space.
Yep.
It's 40% bigger than whatever they had in their McMansion.
Oh my
and so
God.
that to them, because they're new money and they're so gauche, that to them equals this is a better house because it's bigger.
So great.
But is it though?
I mean, really.
How much are you going to have to spend to renovate this? Because that kitchen's getting gutted if it's me. And all of these bedrooms are going to have to be redone. And the floor is going to have to go. And your dining room is a McMansion era dining. Like everything's bad.
It's all bad.
And I'm not being a hater. I'm really not. I mean, there are wonderful things about the house, but on the inside, it's bad.
It's terrible for $2.1 million. I'm like, dang, dude. And it's like also in Flagstaff is very beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a very nice like area of the country and everything, but it's so overpriced.
And it's right on the tail end of the COVID era inflated real estate market.
Yes.
And it was last year, so they're probably 7 or 8% interest. And I'm sure they're going to refi and do all of that. But like the amount that they spent on this overpriced home plus interest, it's going to choke them.
And if they were actually able to like finance this in a more conventional way, like without a balloon payment and everything, and they are truly in it for the long haul, like they say they're going to be, like they're not going to be able to resell this shit when the market inevitably crashes.
It's in the process
or
right
like
now.
Goes down. I mean,
great correction.
Like your equity is going to be negative at this point because you bought it at such an overpriced amount for the area and it's like outdated. Like if you were gonna spend $2.1 million, like you better have some fucking marble in there. Like you better have a pool or something. I don't know if they did have a pool.
I didn't see.
I don't think
pool,
they did.
But like it should be appointed very, very nicely.
Yes.
But this was definitely out of date, and so I just don't know if they have the perspective to even realize that.
No,
maybe it was a good deal. Maybe if it had been up to date, they could have sold it for much, much more. But like I just don't know. I know that when the market crashed in 2008, I was in a legit McMansion in Chicago, and I think we bought in for 600,000 like back in the early aughts.
That was a lot back then.
And when 2008, 2009 hit, and then that was when my divorce was happening, and like we had to sell, we could not sell it. I think we ended up selling that. By the time this happened, I was divorced, and like I don't know the particulars, but I think that he wasn't able to sell that for more than like 450,000. So we were definitely upside down on that house.
That's terrible.
Because when you overpay, when you overpay because you're flush with cash or the economy is doing great, like, trust and believe there's going to come a time when there's going to be a correction if the house isn't worth that to begin with.
Exactly. Well, and I thought, I don't know if this is right or not, but I want to say I saw like an old post of this house when it was originally listed at its original price, and I want to say it was like listed for 3.6 million or something like that, and then it went down. And if that is true, that corroborates Cody's story in this episode where he's like, we saw our dream home, it was a bit too expensive, then the price went down, and
but that would have to take like a year to come down.
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know
they were watching it for that long.
Maybe they were, and they were planning it this whole time, and that's why they spun this whole story of like there's so much sadness and a heartbreak,
and
like,
we need a room for Truly.
Oh, please.
What are we gonna do about Truly? And so they get into this booty,
oh my god,
hoe ass house, and the one room that is the ugliest, and that's saying a lot because a lot of these rooms are terribly ugly. They walk into, it's got mint green walls or whatever, and I think it's Robin's like, oh, spare room, and then Cody's like, well, Truly / spare room, So it's not even
an afterthought
about Truly. And this song and dance that they're giving about this needs to be big enough so that the kids know they can come home anytime. We can have holidays here. Did you invite them though? Has there been a welcome group chat message letting your kids know that they can come to your house and stay? Because I don't think so. Because when you got back from Special Forces in June of this year, you haven't talked to any of your kids. None of them knew you were even there in the first place. So you're not talking to anybody, Cody.
Even in this season, he says he's estranged from all of the older children because of their own bullshit, and there's trash talking, and so, you know, unless they come to me, and like he's essentially saying like unless they come to me and apologize and grovel at my feet, like I'm not going to talk to them because they talk too much shit. Like he doesn't care about reconciling with anybody. He doesn't care about inviting any of his original family over to his big fucking mansion. He literally just wants to be the dragon from fucking The Hobbit. He wants to be Smaug and hang out on his little pile of gold with his fucking McMansion and act like he's some big old dude with a big old eggplant. Like, look at me, I'm so fucking rich and I got a big old dick. No hair though. Like he wants to do that.
Eggplant is not that big. And also, correct me if I'm wrong. I could have swore I heard something in the ether within the last few months about Truly not seeing Cody in many, many months. I think Truly hasn't seen him in like a year.
Yeah.
Now, I would not be surprised if in this season 20 of Sister Wives, because they've talked about it a couple of times, maybe we're going to get some performative visit from Truly so we can pretend that, you know, it's working
cares,
and his kids can come home. But like, I don't actually think that she has seen him, nor that she cares to see him.
No, why would you? I wouldn't want to go over to that house with
Because it's
Robin.
your dad. I mean, Aspen's still crying about it.
I know.
Isabel's still crying about it.
I get it.
But I think Truly was far enough removed, and he was already ensconced in his schedule with Robin and not spending the time with Christine or any of the other wives. Like, she probably doesn't miss him that much.
No. And I mean, like, as a kid of divorce, like, there's a difference of, like, you want to see your parents. Of course you want to hang out with them, and of course you want to have that relationship with them. But when you start seeing them, like, especially in the case of Cody and Robin, like, marry someone else, prefer them, prefer the family that they have established, like, going over there means nothing. Because you go over there and you act like, you feel like a stranger. Like, that's how I felt when I was going back and forth between my parents and stuff. And like, they were choosing their own families and they were moving on from the family unit that I was created in. You go over and you're like, I feel like an outsider. Like, I feel like I'm just a visitor over here. I don't feel like I'm a part of the family. And I can imagine it feels the exact same for any of those kids that even come and visit Cody and Robin's house. Because they're buying this home for their family so that they have more space for their bullshit, even though they had enough space in the McMansion before, but now apparently you need an extra bathroom and an extra bedroom and then also a detached garage for what? Cody's bullshit?
Cody's projects and his table, which we focused on for an inordinate amount of time, which was unnecessary and nobody actually cared.
We only focused on that table, let's be real, so that way Robin could talk about her style because she's very traditional.
Like old world where? Old world Appalachia, old world Italy, old world where? I mean, maybe it's a style and I'm just an ignorant person, which I am, and I wouldn't know, but I'm just like, what style are you referring to, bitch? Because I saw no style.
None at all. We've all seen your purple ass bedroom. You got no style, girl.
Just putting on all of these airs. We all know where you come from.
I know.
Robin, you grew up in poverty. You lived in a trailer with your first husband. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, don't act like you deserve all of these riches and that you earned them. Because when they're getting in the little circle to pray their prayer of gratitude, she's like, oh my God, you guys, we worked so hard to get here. This is our blessing. And I'm like, what specifically, Robin, have you done to work in this family? What did you do that was so hard? Because you never let us in. You never share anything. When they're in the driveway of the old McMansion, the producer says something like, well, how does it feel like not having your big family here to help you move? And they actually laugh. And what I got from that, and tell me what you got from that. I really want to know. But what I got from that was, we don't care.
No.
Like, we haven't had that for a long time. We weren't expecting them. Like, we don't care. And then they say, next question. Because they're so empowered not to divulge any information on this show. These fuck-ass producers, I'm sick of them!
I'm so tired of it. I'm sick of them! I know. I can't believe it. Like, when I wrote down the notes for this episode, when they were praying at the end, I literally wrote that they were praying to the devil. Because, like, what are you praying to? There's no God
they're standing on top
you.
of a pentagram.
Like, literally.
They're going to start circulating in one way, and then the other way, there's going to be candles, and there's going to be a chicken without its head. They're demons.
Really.
They're devils.
Like, they're doing blood sacrifices just to get what they're getting. Because I don't understand how they think that this is, like, a blessing or like that they're justified to any of it.
How is this a good show?
It's not.
How is this a good show, Beatrice and everybody else? Like, if there's not going to be a reckoning, if there's not going to be some fairness, if we're not going to have some transparency, like, what are we doing here? I do not care about the fucking highway in Nebraska and a tornado. I do not care about North Carolina. I do not care about your eggplants. This is a terrible, terrible show. You're going to have to get this out the ditch.
I mean, really, I don't understand why the rest of the family is like seemingly so guarded because they don't want to stir drama or anything. I'm like, are you really that afraid of Cody and Robin? Like, fuck
Wow.
Them.
What are they going to do?
I mean, really, they're just going to talk shit about you on TV.
Nobody
Okay.
believes a word they say anyway.
Nobody
They are
likes
known
them.
liars. And we're going to get into Madison's story where she calls this straight out. They are known liars. They have no power. The only little power they have in their little Mormon fiefdom is the power that these whack-ass producers give to them, giving them this idea that they can call the shots for the show.
Right.
And ultimately, therefore, tanking this show because I am not entertained. I am bored AF. The only thing I am is angry because we're watching these truly terrible,
awful
people prosper.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see that. Everybody fucking hates them. I don't think there is a single person on God's green earth that is like, you know what? I think Cody's a good guy. You know what? I actually like Robin and they deserve their house. Like nobody is watching this show wanting to see them move into this. I would rather watch 45 minutes of Mary talking to her friends about eggplants than watch them move into their home and gloat about it and Cody talk about how opulent and beautiful his new home is. Fuck yeah.
I just was so upset, guys, and I know that I've just been screaming this entire time. This really kind of harkens back to our first 10 episodes of our podcast.
We're so mad.
Really, our first 50 episodes when I was just constantly going crazy. But I'm nearing the end of my rope. I know a lot of folks who listen and or watch, they don't actually watch the show because they can't take it. And I know also that this is a comedy podcast and we want to be funny, but like there's just something about this that raises my blood pressure so much. And I think the ironic thing is that Robin would probably love that we're sitting over here so angry about her success, but I'm also watching you, bitch, with my monocle. Like surely you must feel the vibrations in the universe because this is unfair. And God don't like ugly. And karma's for real. And it's a bitch. And at some point, there will be a reckoning. Now, whether I'm still watching at the time, whether you're consulting me via a Ouija board because I died already because we're on season 50. Like, at some point, though, there's going to be a reckoning.
I hope so. If God is good.
There has to be.
There has to be.
God, TLC, do a better job. Every season, I'm just like, could you just do a better job? We know it's possible.
I mean,
we watch Plathville. It's possible. You guys know how to. There's a blueprint out there. Why are we doing this?
Well, and it's like we're watching all of this because we enjoy seeing some of the OG3, you know.
I don't. I'm sick of it.
I know some people are like happy to see them move on and everything.
I'm here for the downfall.
I'm here for the downfall of Cody and Robin. But like we're watching this season, knowing also that at the end we're gonna get a 4-part
Sukiyana
with Sukiyana,
like softballing her interview the entire time, and them refusing to even look at the camera.
I know.
For them to Robin not even looking at the footage and not commenting on it. What are we doing?
Like,
here?
what are we doing?
Are we the joke? Is the joke on us? Are we on candid camera?
Well, we are getting rage baited. Like this is prime rage bait because we're watching it and like we're getting so fucking pissed off.
Yeah,
and but like we also have a job to do. Like we're here, we're podcasters, we're professionals. So
I'm going to show up every week and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, we're going to do it for you guys, and we get it. But like this episode,
this one got me.
This was
right in the rage. Right in the rage. Yeah.
And then we have the exciting preview for next week where we have Jen and Mary talking about her dating life again, and like Mary's like,
who cares?
Jen's got a very different view on dating than I do. And
who cares?
Like, what? Like that you should fuck the guys? Maybe you should, Mary.
Maybe that would help.
Holy shit!
Let your hair down.
Honestly.
Oh.
I mean, but it's been so long for her. Like, just.
Come on.
Just experiment. Just have fun.
Open it up a little bit. You'll be
what do you
surprised.
got to lose?
Nothing.
Shit. And then we have Christine, who's feeling a bit butthurt because a lot of the kids are moving out to North Carolina, and she feels
snoring.
Well, but it was kind of interesting because she's like, I feel like I'm such a bad mom, and all of the kids are like so excited to be with Janelle, and now Janelle's gloating to me about how all of the kids are choosing her, and Christine's getting mad about it. Okay. Sorry about it.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. Maybe you should move to North Carolina.
But she totally dissed Carolina in this episode.
She did.
She was like rude about it. She's like, I don't really get what people see in North Carolina. Like I could never live here. Yeah, she's bitter, but like you don't have to shit on an entire state and culture.
No.
That's rude.
Just because a lot of the family's moving out there.
It's beautiful in North Carolina.
It's gorgeous.
It's wonderful.
I was looking at Tony McKelty's house and I'm like, damn.
Their backyard, like the entire state is gorgeous.
It's amazing. So like Christine is just totally bitter that people are moving out there and not staying in Utah because she thought that they would. And again, sorry about it, but you chose to marry a guy who's got 9,000 children who probably all live in Utah, so you're stuck out there. That's the nature of life. And then we have Cody talking to his brother, I think, about how polygamy is like so hard and stuff. And I'm just like...
And how it's just a bunch of pretending that you're so happy when you're not.
I can't, dude. And
I hate him so much.
He's also like snickering about the OG women being happy. And I'm like, okay.
I hate him.
He's the worst.
I really don't like him.
He is
I'm so
awful.
sick of him. How long have we been doing this together?
Oh my God, like 2-3 years?
No, I think it's been 4 fucking years. At least I think it's been 3 to 4 years.
Maybe it has.
I think it's been a long time. I think we've been on YouTube for 2 years.
Yeah,
3 years.
God,
I mean, we've been here for a while.
Yep.
This is our, in terms of the podcast, I want to say this is our 282nd episode. Like, we've been here a long time.
We've been here a minute.
With this absolute fuckwit.
I know.
And if something doesn't happen to correct the quantum equilibrium in fairness, I'm like going to lose my shit.
I mean, really, we need like a solar flare.
Yeah.
We need 3-Eye Atlas to be like an actual alien
Just come and
mothership.
just come and get Cody and Robin and
Take
then
'em.
circle around the sun and get on out of here, man. We don't need them.
Toss them in the sun, actually.
Throw them right in the sun.
Seriously. But that's it. It's kind of a short episode this week because, like, what was there to even talk about?
I don't know what's happening. What do you guys think of this season? Are you enjoying it? What are some of your thoughts about the new McMansion? Do you love it? Am I just being a bougie bitch? That has been known to happen.
I'm not even bougie, and I think it's booty.
Now, for the rest of you, members of our Patreon, we are going to continue this episode, and we're going to talk about like a lot of the gossip that has come out about the fam, and also read some of your comments. So stay tuned for that. But everybody else, well, hold on. Beatrice, is there anything else that we need to say to these beautiful raccoons before we get up on out of here?
Well, if you love our podcast, please do us a favor and go to your favorite podcast platform and leave us a glowing 5-star review. It costs you nothing, and it really helps us grow the pod, so we really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
I do want to apologize that I was actually unhinged this entire episode. I'll try to do better next week.
No, she won't.
We will be back later this week to talk about Seeking Sister Wife.
Yes!
Which is crazy.
Which is trashy
We're going to be
AF.
catching up on the previous 3 episodes
Oh my God.
and diving into the most recent episode. Come back for that. Until then, please do not forget that we have nothing but love for you and peace.